guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nokupiwa Mtimbu. I'm from South Africa, KwaZulu Natal. KwaZulu Natal, Esikawini 18 area. I currently live and work in China, Shenzhen province. For those that are already subscribed in my channel, you will notice that I haven't uploaded a video in a very long time, and I would like to apologize for that. And I'm just gonna give a quick overview of why I haven't uploaded videos. Okay, so the reason I haven't uploaded a video in such a long time is of course because of work, but I'm not gonna entirely blame it on work. It's also because I struggled to decide which content I'm gonna work on, and just, I don't know, I was hesitant. I was very hesitant. I have been, I still am hesitant on the quality of the videos that I'm gonna upload and the content, if I can do this, if I can do that. So I've been very hesitant, but I have can I say a principle or a motto that says just start. So that is my thing, just start. Whatever you want to do, don't wait until you are perfect at it, because you are going to grow and learn as you proceed doing it. But I haven't been living according to my motto when it comes to working on YouTube. So I decided that starting now, right now, this month of April, I am going to put in work. I'm going to commit myself, and like I said, or like my motto says, just start. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to put in the time, put in the work, and I'm going to try to be consistent. So right now the idea is to upload a video each week. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'm committed and I will make the time because I want this to work. About content, so like I said, I've been struggling to decide which content I want to focus on. I thought about doing content on celebrities, but that wouldn't work for me because I don't keep up to date on celebrity lives, and sometimes weeks or even a month would go without me checking social media, so celebrities won't work. But there is one person or content that I can do videos about effortlessly without doing any research, and that person is myself. I believe that having worked abroad in 2 different countries, having worked in different cities in China, I've got a lot to share. I've got a lot of things that I have experienced, witnessed, and I really believe that I have a lot to share which is worth watching. So I thought, as my coming back video, I'm going to start with my experience when I came to China. I'm going to talk about what happened when I came to China, which was interesting, I think, which was interesting. So I'm just going to talk about I'm trying to look at the camera. So guys, I'm trying to get a lot of things right. This is my comeback video. I've forgotten how to do some of the things, but yeah, so I keep forgetting to look at the camera. So if I look away or something, yeah, but I'm just gonna try to look at the camera as much as possible. So in this comeback video, just like the description says, coming back video, I'm gonna talk about an interesting experience I had my second week in China. So when I came to China, I would say I came blindly. I didn't look it up. There are Facebook groups of people living in China or teachers working in China. There are a lot of groups on Facebook of people, South Africans living and working in China. And guess what? I didn't join those groups until it was my second or third month in China. And the reason I joined was because I wanted to connect with people, because I was alone and lonely in the city where I was. So prior to coming, I didn't look China up. I think it's because before coming to China, I had worked in the UAE for 1 year. So I took my UAE experiences and sort of like used them as an overview of what China would be like. Because I was like, okay, in the UAE, it's the same thing most. I'm going to a different country to teach ESL, which is something I was doing in the UAE. It's gonna be the same thing. People who can't speak English, and but I didn't think of how different it actually is in terms of language barrier, in terms of being the only foreigner in the city, which is something that I did not experience in the UAE. In the UAE, not a day there would never be a day that would go by where I wouldn't see a foreigner unless I didn't go outside. And language barrier. So okay, I'm just gonna jump straight into the second week, what happened the second week, that story. Because I think my coming, like the first, like what happened at the airport, and I think I need to do a separate video for that. So I'm gonna jump straight into what happened that week. So, okay, I came to China to work at a training center. This is the second week in the country, in the city. Because I was working at the training center, my off days were Monday and Tuesday. And I had been given an expert or a new teacher starter or a new teacher information pack. I had been given a new teacher information pack just on how to get a DD, which malls to go to or places to go to. Everything was there. So it was Monday, I was off. And I was just going through the information pack and just bored, so I decided, let me just explore the area. Let me go to the mall. I had installed most of the applications rather that I would need in order to get by. One of those applications were DD app, which is a taxi app that works like Uber. So I downloaded that app and I go to it, and there in the information pack that I'd been given, there was the names of malls there. So I just chose one. I randomly selected one and keyed it and looked it up in the Didi, got a taxi, went to that mall. Okay, now when I got to that mall, first of all, I don't see a single foreigner. Okay. Remember, I know nothing about China. I haven't looked it up. I haven't watched YouTube videos about it. I know nothing. So I realized, okay, I'm not no foreigners. Okay, fine. Then I noticed people looking at me, like really staring at me, unashamedly staring at me. And then I'm like, okay, so people are staring at me. I wonder why. Because I didn't get that in the UAE, so it was strange that people would, look at me the way they were looking at me. And then also before arriving at the mall, I saw people spitting everywhere, which was disgusting. Yeah, but at the mall, okay, people are looking at me. Okay, I'm going from shop to shop, trying to talk to the people there to get help. They don't understand. Some people don't even understand a hello, which was a shock for me, because in the UAE, everywhere you go, salespeople speak English. So I expected the same here in China, but no, nobody speaks English. Okay, I realized that, but my recruiter did tell me to download a translating app, because I will need it in China. but she didn't actually, explain really. When she said because you will need it, I thought, oh, maybe if I need to communicate with someone who doesn't understand English, which was sometimes the case in the UAE. So I did have like Google Translate in my application, but I didn't realize the severity of the need for a translating app in China. So I try translate what I'm saying. Oh my God, they still respond to me in Chinese. They are staring at me. They are taking pictures. They are really fascinated about what they see. Okay, fine. Then I try. Okay, so I love shoes, guys. I love shoes, and I'm a size 7 and 8 or 40 and 41. So I try window shopping for shoes. I don't see my size. I translate, ask if they have these sizes. No, none of the shops that I went to in the mall had my size. Okay, so I get out of the shops. I just walk up and down the mall. Then suddenly a group of people, locals, come to me. They're very excited. They're laughing. They're talking. They're taking their cameras out. They're talking to me. Some of them are talking to me. Some of them are talking to each other as they approach, as they come to me. And me, I just, when stuff like that happen, when I'm not in danger, I come down and I let people have their moment, So I'm smiling back, still processing what's going on, but I don't panic. I'm not acting like, what the hell is going on? So I'm just smiling. So these people come to me, they try to speak. Of course, I don't understand what they say because they're speaking Chinese. And then one of the girls that they were with could speak some English, so she tries translating what they're saying. She asks me where I'm from, how long have I been in China, can they take pictures of me and pictures with me. I'm like, cool, sure, sure. I feel famous, guys, like random people walk up to you and they ask if they can take pictures with you and pictures of you. It's nice. It's a cool experience. I wish some of the people from SA can see me now, can see my life right now. So I take pictures, we pose. All right. So these people leave, but they were with an older couple. So the couple remains behind. They are still fascinated. They're still looking. They still wish, because of the way they could look at me, I think they still wish they could have a conversation with me. But because of language barrier, we couldn't. So this lady takes out her phone and then she wants to add me on WeChat. And then I don't know what she's saying. So I just, pull out my phone and I just show her my phone. Then she goes through my apps, she taps on my WeChat, then she opens my code, then she scans, she adds herself, I accept. That's when we start talking. Because she was even the one who taught me how to translate on WeChat. Because what I would do was, when she sends me a message, I would copy the message to Google, translate it, type the message in English there, translate it, copy and paste it on WeChat, which was a long process. So she showed me that no, I can actually send her messages in English and she can translate on WeChat, and she showed me how to do it. Okay, fine. So the whole time we're just standing there, we're talking, we're using WeChat to communicate. And then she's like, it was lovely to meet me, and she would like to, and her husband, of course, is standing just taking pictures. He's taking pictures. I think there was a point where he was even recording the whole conversation. Okay, fine. Then after that experience, after that ordeal, I go back to my apartment. When I reach my apartment, after some time there, I receive a message from her. She's asking me if I'm okay, if I'm safe, and she just tells me her and her husband were happy to meet me. Okay, fine. I'm happy her and her husband were happy to meet me. Okay, fine. Then she then sends me an invitation. It was like a poster, and I assumed it was an invitation to a party. She sends me that invitation and she invites me somewhere. Me looking at the poster and the colors because everything was written in Chinese. Of course, I can't read Chinese. So I accepted the invitation. I'm like, okay, sure. So whatever it is that she was inviting me for was happening the next day, which was Tuesday, and I'm still off because remember I mentioned Monday and Tuesday were my off days. So I accept, but I accept with no intentions of going, of course. I just accept so that she doesn't, she don't stop talking to me. I'm tired of translating. Anyway, I want to rest. So the next morning I woke up late. I think I woke up around 10. And I get messages from this lady. She's like, am I coming? Am I coming? Blah, 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 blah. Am I still coming? I'm like, okay, I'm not going to respond because I decided I'm not going to go to whatever it is that they were inviting me for. But at the back of my head, I thought it was a party or, something, some sort of a gathering. So I don't respond to her messages. Then she calls me. She calls. When I pick up, she's speaking Chinese, so I don't understand what she's saying. I figure she's asking if I'm still coming or just trying to persuade me to come. Then after maybe an hour, she tells me they are waiting for me. I'm like, okay, fine. I don't have anything to do anyway, so let me just go. So I then got ready, and then she sent me the address, of course, and then I took a text. So what I did was just copy the address and paste it on DD, and taxi came, and the venue happened to be at the same mall that we met, but at the hotel. So there's a hotel next to that mall, so that's where the thing that I was being invited to was happening. So, okay, the taxi takes me there. When I arrive, when I get off the taxi, I call her. No, I didn't call her. I texted her, rather. I text her to tell her that I've arrived, and then she sends me a message to say that I must come to the 7th floor. Okay. And me, sometimes I can be careless and I don't know. So, but then I was like, I'm an adult. It's during the day. What can these people do to me? I mean, there's a lot of people here. I didn't think, now I'm going inside the hotel, 7th floor. I don't know what I'm going to find there. I wasn't thinking about that. So yes, I get into a hotel. I take a lift to the 7th floor. When the lift opens, you guys, there are guys. It was young, not very old guys, maybe. But these people, sometimes you can never tell in their 20s how old they really are when they are in their 20s, because they look young around that age. So there are guys, they're in their uniform, black and white, black pants, white shirts. They have their lanyards on, they have their cards. Yeah, man, they're waiting for me. They're excited. As soon as I get out of the lift, they grab me, they usher me to this room. I'm still shocked at what's happening. What are these people? What are they doing? So they're so excited. They usher me to this room. And as I get into a room, guys, it's a conference area. There's some serious conferencing happening there. As I enter with these guys, the cameras turn towards me. So they were recording the event, whatever it is that was happening. I still don't know. Up to today, I don't know where or what was happening there. So the cameras turn towards me. I kid you not, I'm not making this up. The cameras turn towards me. Everybody turns and looks at me. So I just, I saw a chair at the back and I sat there because now I was like feeling a bit overwhelmed with all the stares and the camera and the whole commotion. I was feeling a bit overwhelmed. So I just tried sitting down there. No, these people wouldn't let me sit at the back. They grabbed me. They ushered me to the front. The front seats where the important people sit, where there is water or juice or snacks. That's where I was ushered to. That's where I sat. Okay, I get there. That's where they made me sit right in front of the stage. And there's water, there's a notebook, there's a pen, in case I need to take notes of what was happening there. Yeah. Did I take videos? I think I took videos because there was a time where I was just trying to translate, just to have an idea, you know, of what was happening. Because really, seriously, I was sitting there in front and I didn't know what was happening, and I was obviously an important person, an important attendee of whatever it is that was happening. So as I'm sitting there in front, I get a message from the person, the woman that invited me. She's like, oh, she's seen me, I'm here, she's happy that I came. She'll see me when the whatever it is ends. And then after some time, she sends me a message also to ask me if I understand what they're talking about. And I was like, I do not understand a thing. But then what I could see, I think maybe it was a launch of some online, I'm not sure, a launch of some online shopping or online selling, buying platform. I don't know, because on the screen, I saw hotels, I saw vacations, they being, you know, displayed on the screen. I saw food, I saw clothes, a lot of, you know, things that people buy. I saw them there on the screen, but I don't know what the people were saying. And there were different presenters that would come to the stage and present. The only thing that I remember, which was said on the stage up to today, this happened 3 years ago, is that when the person speaks, they would say habuha, and the audience would go huh. And they said that a lot that it stuck in my head. So now on my way back to my apartment in my taxi, I was, you know, I couldn't, in my head I was thinking habuha, ha, habuha, ha, because that's the only thing that I came up with in that conference, event, I don't know, whatever it is that was happening. So I sat there, I think for good 2 hours, just you know, and I was just, because now I think I had to, you know me, sometimes I just play along, even if I don't know what's happening, I play along. So I realized, because these people, of course, they made me sit in front. I'm someone very important, although I don't know who I am, but I'm someone very important. So they were okay, so of course the cameras were still stage, and the important people in front, and I happened to be one of them. So what I would do, I just kept on smiling, and I pretended to be writing something, you know, I pretended to take notes and to listen attentively. And when others clapped their hands, I clapped too, you know, and when people laughed, I laughed too. You guys, but so finally the function finished, and the lady and her husband were waiting for me outside. So when I went outside of the room, I saw them waiting for me there. They were very, you know, they were smiling, pleased, very happy. They were very happy. I'm not sure if they were happy that they were happy to see me, or they were just happy that they brought in an important person to the event, and maybe they were gonna get points. I don't know, guys, because like I said, I still don't know where I was or who I was there. So after it, then they took me out for dinner. We went to this restaurant. It was a very, I wouldn't say very traditional, I would say it was a mixture of Western, and so I think they were just trying to accommodate me, because there was stuff at that time, my second week in China. I was still very picky with food. I didn't eat meat at that time. I didn't trust the meat. So at that restaurant, I could eat a lot of things that they bought for me, because I couldn't now, everything in the menu was Chinese. I couldn't understand anything. I could just look at the pictures. So they did all the ordering, but It was nice. The food was nice. So, you know, we are eating, we're just smiling at each other, just eating and smiling, you know, not doing much of talking, because Kenado said. So we're just smiling, I'm eating. Of course, the woman kept on thingy, just checking if I'm alright, if the food is okay, if I needed something else, if I wanted this, if I wanted ice cream, if I wanted that. So she was, you know, really trying hard to make me feel comfortable and I would say happy. Yeah, so after it all, it was now late, not very late. I think it was around 6ish when we finished our dinner, and they just thanked me for coming and were like they hope to see me again. But of course, I never saw them again. I never spoke to the woman again. But after it, then I went home and, you know, kind of like sat and, you know, recapped and tried to process what had happened. It was for me, I concluded, okay, welcome to China. You are finally in China. Yeah, you are finally in China now. China has welcomed you. It has accepted you. Just take this as a gesture that China has welcomed and accepted you. That was my first strange but interesting experience in China. Of course, there are many more. There are many more that I'm going to share. And like I said, I'm going to try by all means to upload a video each week. Yeah, I'm gonna try by all means to upload a video every week. If you like this video, please tap the like button and add a comment down below. You can, if there's anything you want me to talk about, please do let me know in the comment section. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button so that I can keep I will keep the content coming, but I would appreciate it a lot if you could also subscribe to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna leave it here for now and say goodbye.